Hello and welcome to another roguelike demo showcase. Today we're checking on Up and Up Mountain Express. Now, it says thanks for playing our demo. I haven't actually played it yet. This is actually the first thing you see upon seeing it. You're a delivery driver. You make special and risky deliveries up a mountain range, and you get paid per delivery. You control a little truck. You can upgrade after each moment and mess with all this stuff. Now, actually, I don't know if you can control this with controller. Let's see. Turns out you can, because this is actually I've never had a chance to use my newly acquired Steam controller. I bought the Steam controller because I've been wanting a one size fits all controller for all things for a while. I have a wired horror pad like Switch controller that I've been using for everything for a long time because it's just not broken yet, and I have a PS4 controller that is terribly worn that like I only used in some situations, and now we've got a chance to try this out for science. So I mean, listen, I'm not gonna obsess over the paint color, but while I have my option here, how about a nice navy sort of blue? Give me the green racing stripe, the cross headlights. That's way too brown the top. Something nice and relaxing like that. Is there an open roof option? Like armored van vibe? We're going mountaineering or whatever. This might work. Roof racks. Yeah, a little spoiler, little fanciness to it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a next delivery situation. Okay, now another thing I'm gonna have to get used to is the XYAB swap, which is a big problem. So, yeah, but we can also hit you with this is forward, this is reverse, and then this is handbrake. Okay, I see it. Hold L1, I want to deploy the winch. Use the left stick to move the winch target. Okay, hold on. So we've accelerated. We got the winch target, and then we press again to retract it. And then we can release it like this. Okay, we're learning the basics. All trees can be winched from. Okay. Hold on, this is control. I've never really used a controller for this sort of job. I'm not a huge controller enjoyer for this sort of purpose. Well, this is like a learning pains. This is the most new gamer I've ever felt. If you get stuck, look for a tree or stump to winch from. When making your tutorial, no disrespect, you should have thought about the way that the text would look in this scenario, but it's a demo, so I'm not gonna roast you for it. I doubt you played your tutorial level more than once. So if I do that, and then look at that, okay, we're really cranking that shit. That's okay. Different surface, different grip, as you can see. Yeah. We're getting a bit slidey with it now. It is getting loud when I hit that. Some rocks can be winched and moved. So is this one attached from the back? Is that what I'm trying to get? Toggle headlights. I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking, quite frankly. And you know what? For once, a tutorial level, which I think is quite necessary, because it's not the most obvious controls. At least for me, a lot of people. Parts of health, I see. So my winch is struggling. Everything else is more or less okay. If a part runs out of health, they say chassis damage, and then chassis damage equals game over. Okay, we delivered. And now it's the roguelike component. We got $10 for the tutorial. Okay, 2 new parts, 4 new parts, or double payment. Okay. Now where's our money? Oh, it's on the left. I mean, I'm thinking tires immediately. Well, we can afford all of this, so why don't we just do that? And now we get to choose. A lack of music is actually like making things kind of quiet. Okay, things that we're delivering. I forgot that we have to do some actual delivery here. Science equipment, special instructions. Don't know what's in your hand, and I don't care. Bridge maze, sandstone maze, the winding trail. I'm thinking let's start with the middle of the road option, and let's work on it. Oh, don't worry about it. Let's get our headlights on so we can get this terrain. Plus, I think it just looks kind of nice. Oh, we're damaging the box also. I forgot that that would probably be a component. What is the low or high part going on over here? And why is that glinting up there? Was I supposed to go that way? I promise I can drive, by the way. It's just like... I would not describe myself as... Oh, we're damaging the box. Okay. As a off-roader. You know? So let's just chill out for a second. I'm just curious as to what this glinting is, because I wanna see if I can't go over to it, you know? This ain't good. I'm not meant to be here. You know what, let's give up on that thing and let's just see if we can't drive into the damn water. It's a little rough, but we'll manage. You know what? This is like a cozy game, but with like issues. Okay, we're literally sideways. Now what? Is there like a... I guess, oh yeah, we can winch maybe. Hold on. We gotta unwinch. We're kind of wobbling. I'm not pressing anything, by the way. I'm just letting it like fall without as much damage, I'm hoping. Okay, that actually kind of worked. Now we have to do a bit of a reversal move here. Don't mind me. I mean, we chose some pretty rough terrain here. I will say, one thing that does suck is that you can't change your perspective around it. It's not third person, it's like fixed camera, but I think you get used to it. It just feels like it's a bit rough at times. Okay. My delivery is almost broken, but don't worry about that, I think. I'm trying to get over this tree. Okay, it's not working. My wheels are a bit stuck. If I could, I think I'm gonna break this. There's no way it survives this trip. Oh, it's broken. It's beyond broken. It's so broken that it's not even really quite funny. I'm not getting paid for this job, bro. Don't worry about it. If it looks like I'm trolling, trust me, I'm not trolling. This is actually me trying. This is like the first time I've used a controller for a game that isn't Elden Ring, which is, you know, the control scheme is comically easy compared to this. I've never played a racing game that wasn't Mario Kart. And Mario Kart's key scheme is Nintendo, so it's easy. Like, this is like not my expertise at all. So like, and I have to be delicate about it. And most racing games you can just do exactly that. So it's kind of outside of my wheelhouse. Let's say it that way. Okay, the front of my car is dead. The truck, I suppose. Well, we're there, basically. I mean, like, there's not much that I have to do anymore. What is this? Okay, it's gold. We're here. It didn't count. Okay, it counted. Item lost in transit. Yeah, I didn't get any money. So that's fine. We got one strike. I would not like to skip repairs. I would like to get some repairs going. What's the front of my thing look like? Okay, pretty good. We do need this to get a bit of an upgrade as well. Upgraded bumpers. I thought we already had these. Yeah, a bit of a lift maybe. Okay, not really what I meant to do. Okay, hit me with another one. We need some big money. Single item. Shatter heavy. Don't break it. Okay, keep dry. But we're going through the desert, so that can't be a problem, can it? There's no way I'm gonna run to an oasis, are we? Okay, here we go. This engine feels a lot better already. Okay, that shouldn't have counted as a break. I'm not gonna lie to you, but sure. Okay, let's take this route. We can like slow tap this and then do a little bit of a winding just to avoid the. That was kind of what I was hoping to avoid. Okay, we're gonna make it though. So as long as like the item can get damaged, because the item is not coming back to my own like garage. You know, at the end of the day. Okay, that was That was very avoidable. We're gonna manage a lot of things. And the patience is one of those things, which, I mean, I'm not gonna claim to have. Okay, we're just gonna try and mitigate damage. It's looking good, to be honest with you. It's looking good. We're not gonna go for that. Are you crazy if you think like I don't have the kind of situation to do all that. Okay, how is it so damaged already? I didn't do anything. Okay, well, we gotta go slowly. Get over the hump. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm watching the front. Is this a two-wheel drive, by the way? I thought this was like, why is it not a four-wheel drive that we got going? Maybe we can get that later. Maybe that's an upgrade situation. I would not be doing all this with a, you know, run-of-the-mill situation. I would like to be riding on something a little bit more, you know, industrial strength and not so like wibbly wobbly. I mean, I understand some level of like variance is important. There we go. We got the money. Thank God. Payment and no repair. I think we can tank a no repair, so let's go middle ground here. Any of the wheels could go with a little bit of a healing. And you know what? This is dirt cheap's upgrade, so let's just run with it. No instructions. Sack of potatoes that will get knocked around like anything. Special handling. Effect on damage. Deliquefied helium. Well, we've been going to nothing but the desert, so let's just click this to see more of what the game has to offer visually. We have our actual road, which means probably the incentives are gonna be more relevant in this kind of situation. Or we could do a little bit of like, you know, for the hell of it type situation. One thing I would like this game to do is time me. Maybe it's already got a timing bonus. Oh yeah, also, this is like the only concern for damage in these potatoes is just like vibes. So we got that done. So let me winch this and then unwinch because we're over the hump. Also, I thought. Okay, well, the turn. No offense, the turn doesn't work when the front wheels aren't connected to the ground. You have to like, you know, like Okay, there we go. I've been trying to wiggle this forward this whole time. Can I? Okay, we're winching as hard as we fucking can. Okay, there we go. That's all we wanted. Don't fly off the edge. Okay, no, don't go that way. Go on the road like a normal driver now. There we go. Now crank it. Okay, don't crank it that much. I can't even see myself anymore. This feels like an old style YouTube game. If this came out in 2012, which it looks like it could have, no disrespect, and it's like, I don't think games needed to look any better than this, and if this with this style, right? Just a bit of, you know, fidelity here and there might be nice though. This would be the kind of thing that, like, I feel like PewDiePie would play this, and it would, you know, it would go viral. It would it would get turned into like a mobile game. There's money down there, but like, you know, we ain't about that life. There's nothing for me to... Oh, we got that. Wait, can I do this? Is this a thing that can be done? Oh my god, it is. The world's most powerful winch. I gotta give the person who sold me that a raise, man. This kind of sounds like a Pokemon cry. You know the one? Skeledirge? My winch broke. Okay, well, let's just go the normal way then. Whatever, man. I'm getting caught on the road here, and it doesn't seem intuitive to me that that was on the road on which I could be caught, but, you know. Oh, okay, extra money here. Okay. We're not built for snow, I will grant that. Okay, if I could just like get my hitbox to touch this. Yes, okay, and now I gotta mess with the physics engine a little bit to get it to recognize that this is something I want to do here. And then we winch this way, which will turn me in the right direction again. Winch is real powerful here though, I will say that. We're gonna be waiting for dinner for a while. These potatoes are not gonna get cooked today, buddy. On the upside, they might be mashed already, given the level of like back and forth I've had with them, but we call that a bonus, you know? A pretty good driving in that section though, I have to admit. As if I'm admitting to somebody else and not just patting myself on the back on this one, but don't worry. Okay, it is very loud. If I can... Okay, that's why. There's music? Okay, that's a little better. Okay, well obviously we're going for that, come on. My engine is crying for help, but I will not listen. Get me the momentum I need. Yes, okay, and while I'm here, connect me here. Yes, exactly. Is this faster? I think it's slower by a decent margin. But don't worry about whether it's faster or slower necessarily. You have to actually get into perspective that you're actually controlling a vehicle, and then you get the like reversing and forwarding to like, line up in a way that makes sense. Okay, well if you're gonna keep offering me like money on the ground, like come on, bro. Okay, I don't think I have the necessary like horsepower or whatever. I could get it if I like fell down, but like I don't think we're gonna be doing that. Little shortcut for you. And hopefully we're at the end now, because I think I've had enough of these ice levels. No disrespect, of course, but you know, this engine is also like struggling in these conditions. I'm like cranking it. It is not going very fast. It may be dying, but I don't think they've got that level of detail and realism. Not that I would expect it, of course. It's an interesting, if you know a lot, or at least if you know enough about something, obviously that's free money. Then it's an interesting thought experiment to try and like determine how you would like minimally simulate something in like a game type of environment. Like if you were to simulate an engine, right, to what degree would you simulate the engine, and to what extent could like if you could do it, you know what I mean? And then you think about like in a programmatic costs versus benefits type situation, like physics, the actual physics of an engine, right? You got the oil, the petrol or whatever going in, and that's how you get, you know, it's combustion engine, it's in the name, right? So would you model the oil going in? Would you model the pistons? How much would you model? At what point does it not matter so much? You know, in a game like this, I would think modeling the pistons and such is obviously unnecessary. Oh, I don't know what this is, like the number of levels you clear. Okay. Yeah, give me some extra money on that one. We want to upgrade. We can't upgrade a core chassis, but we would certainly like to upgrade these. Yeah, we need a better engine. That's what we do need, though. Okay. Poorly wrapped parcel with a lot of conditions. Holy shit! Special vintage barrel of wine, single item, shatter heavy. Okay. This is the serious lock-in situation. It's a barrel of wine. We cannot break it. I'm going low. We are ignoring anything out of our way, like that shiny piece of gold, which I do wonder how that mechanically exists in this game, but that's a secondary question. Not a bit of damage. You hear me? Calm, cool. My wheels hurt a bit, that's fine. Just slow and steady. Using the triggers half depressed. Just making sure. Like, I don't know where the music is. It might be bugged, but I don't want to restart it to get to that. Like, we're so close. And we're not going to get another run in on the video. Spoilers, I guess. If you're watching this like 25 minutes in and you're like, I would love an hour of this. I don't know if you're going to get an hour of this unless I just keep succeeding. But we are going to get big money in this situation. Proof you can do it carefully if you think about it. Cranking it just to get up this hill. Wheel got stuck in geometry. Happens in real life as well. The barrel of wine is heavy. Okay. If you hold both the handbrake and reverse, the light flickers. Sorry for those of you with epilepsy, I suppose. Not that I don't think I've ever, like, do people still do epilepsy warnings? I mean, no disrespect to those of you who have the condition. I'm just wondering, like, it seems like the kind of thing that is not as prevalent, or at the very least, like, okay, what do we want to do here? We're trying to go here, so we want to do something like this. We found where the point where the plane of the thing no longer makes it as visible. Okay, that's not a. Oh. It's fine. We only damaged our car. For a prize casket of wine, a barrel of wine like this, I mean, it's easy. Also, I'm cranking it to max now because, like, it's so heavy we can't even make it, like, that fast. I was only restricting my speed a little bit. My nose is itchy. It's fine. Okay, oh god. They keep moving me in a direction which really doesn't, like, align with my shit. Don't send the barrel, like, the rock, I mean. Okay, there we go. This, like, angle is so strong, it's just sending me this way for no reason. So I guess I'll reverse instead. Like, I don't know what you wanted me to do. But we'll just do it this way. Somehow the wine is still not destroyed, bro. Yeah, it's giving me all sorts of weird angle. Oh no. Oh no. How did that not destroy the wine? How did that not do any damage to me? How do we get a smooth departure from that? Now I'm forced to reverse this. Like, what do you want me to do, you know? Okay, you gotta... For a game that's, like, built around, like, geometry interacting with a moving vehicle, the moving vehicle's geometry is a little, like... And the geometry of the world, there's a lot of inconsistencies here that are making confusion, you know, prominent, I would say. But I think we're through most of the difficult parts, and we should have delivered this one with no problems. Look at that. That's a clean dismount, not a speck of damage on the wine. Don't ask about how it got here. Heavy ass wine barrel. Easy money. Alright. Yeah, here we doubled the payment. That's just a bunch of money for no reason, you know? Special handling. Sand. We've done a lot of desert. Winding trail and cliffside. Let's do some Rockies in the firewood. Let's see this. Now, the game, I feel like the aesthetic looks like decent as well. It just needs a bit of polishing. And I recognize, like, I'm playing a demo on Steam, but you know. Anyway, now we're just gonna crank it. And if it dies, it dies. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to have some fun times. We'll get some upgrades going. We'll ride this till the cows come home. Okay, it's not got a durability to it though. It just can't be wet and is heavy. Oh no! Oh fuck! I died. Wait, that doesn't kill me. That just, like, sets me to 0. Also, how can I just fall off of, like, out of nowhere? I mean, I guess we're getting it a bit difficult with it, but still, like, that seems like it should have been a harsher penalty. And very rarely am I disappointed that a game does not penalize me harsher for failure, but I may have found the exception, to be honest with you. This is an interesting quandary as well, is that recording and uploading a video of a game that is, I would say, transparently unfinished. And I mean this earnestly, and if the developer is watching this, I mean it in a good way, because it means that you have so much more you can add and work on and stuff like that, right? And if your actual response is no, this is like pretty close to what I intended to do here, then I have different sorts of criticisms, right? But if you're genuinely like, I'm hoping that this is a, you know, just literally version, you know, a beta demo, and that there's gonna be more added, more changes, like the world, like right now it's very, very like, oh god. Okay, I literally just took slight damage. My shit is smoking now, though. I will say that. Like, it feels the interactivity of this feels pretty limited now that you get a hang of the controls. It very much is like you're at the behest of the world's like geometry. You just get like the health system. It's a little it's like contrived, but not contrived enough. It feels like you want to try and building like a tank type system, but it's also like seems a little arbitrary as to what happens where. Like you don't have that much control over it. We made it through this part though. That's nice. Let's go up again this time. Fuck it, why not? We're going crazy mode. We're humping the rocks and shit. Don't mess with me. I'm watching my front wheels and steering. Oh, we're gonna make it. Oh, we're gonna make it. We're a bit, you know, vulnerable to passing on to the next world in this scenario, but I think it's all good. Like, I would like it, like, I feel like you've got a good idea here, right? Which is like a sort of interactive with the world, obstacle course style thing. Okay, my car has exploded. It's exploding. Game over. Okay, that was very anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. It would have more vehicles and cosmetics. Cosmetics are the least of the problems. Okay. How do I talk about how I feel about this without it coming off as like unnecessarily negative? I think that, okay, I'm gonna start with the good things first of all. Right? What's good about it? It looks, apart from a few like, you know, visual bugs where the camera perspective shows you like the underside of a 3D plane or whatever, it looks pretty good. It's got like it's got low enough poly that it doesn't run like, you know, appallingly. It's fairly like easy to understand. The controls aren't too janky, but they're janky enough to actually like make you feel like it's a little bit of fun. The camera perspective is actually not that bad at all. Once you get used to how to make it work, it's not a huge problem. And I think the principal like point of the game is actually like reasonable. The idea of like going from point A to point B, short course, so on and so forth. I think where you've messed up is your map generation is not the roguelike part. When I was playing this and I've decided to play it anyway, so maybe the joke's on me. I was really hoping that the roguelike part would be the generation of maps, because it would be so much fun if the map was the part that, and I know this is actually a much harder problem than having fixed maps or whatever, because like that's how you genuinely get like a truly infinite roguelike experience. It's having some random map generation, at least like controlled portions of randomness, maybe like certain parts are fixed. Like you can look it up. There's actually a very extensive resources on, I'm not talking to a developer, I'm talking to other people. Maybe the developer needs this also, I would assume not, probably better at programming than me. I'm kind of washed. I thought I was ever unwashed. But the like nature of test, like what parts to generate randomly in like procedural generation for maps design and stuff like that, tile based, how you can, it's very interesting stuff, right? I don't know if AI does that kind of stuff these days coding wise. I haven't actually tried. I might have to just to see how it works, but that's kind of stuff what I think would really amp this one up. The world itself is very dry. Obviously the music didn't work, whether there was music or not. The music slider did nothing because there was no music, which is fine, I suppose. I might give it a restart and try to see if there were just a bug on my end though. Okay, nothing changed. Also on restarting I lost all my base paint color and everything, but I don't think that's a huge problem. That can be fixed easier. Like the world doesn't feel very alive is another thing, which I think is another like And the scale of it is a bit weird. Like in the preview, like images on Steam and such, it makes it feel like you're much closer. So maybe move the camera in. That way, it also like makes it easier to tell which direction you want to be going in. Make it like a close. Then it will make the world feel bigger, and make the obstacles much easier to like feel. It's an experiential thing as well. And then maybe like don't run over like wild deer or something, or like, you know what I mean, like then branching paths and options and stuff. I think you've tried it with the gold sparkling, but it's sort of contrived. I don't think it necessarily, like, if it's along the way you take it, if it's not, you don't. I don't think it's enough of a pull at all. And the money is also like neither here nor there. And I mean, now if you're going roguelike mode, then at that point you can start like getting, you can get like the Rocket League boost as an upgrade. Maybe you can get like multiple wheels, to add to just change how you turn. Maybe like a upside down, like, those cars that can work upside down and ride way up because like the wheels, it's like a rover style thing. You could do so much with it. So I think you have core concept that you can build off of, but it genuinely, like, it needs work. But there's generally a lot of options where you could, like, you got a great base here visually. I think people would like it a lot. Anyway, rant over. Game design considerations over. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the game for yourself. Let me know if you share my thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy.